Bitcoin is breaking out of the symmetrical triangle right now, but don't get fooled on this exact breakout because I believe that the most important resistance is still yet to be broken, because the most important resistance is exactly this downtrend where we're currently trading in. So on today's update video, I will be exactly discuss what I'm currently seeing in this market right now, the most important support and resistance levels, and many more important charts, semi-future gaps, and many more interesting things. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. So over the course of last weekend, Bitcoin has created one hell of a significant Bitcoin CME gap with a gap over 5.5%, which is quite insane in my opinion. So Bitcoin rises significantly over the course at the end of the Sunday. While we do know that in 97% of all the Bitcoin CME future gaps, within 2 days after creation, we tend to come back towards the CME close price. With this 5% pump on the upside right now here, it would definitely make quite a significant move on Bitcoin. So this is very interesting what has been playing out over the course of the weekends. And basically what we can see is that over the course of this exact weekend, Bitcoin already started to be breaking out. It broke this massive downward sloping resist line here on the Bitcoin 1 hour time frame. And ever since it broke above this downward sloping trend, it pushed further on towards the upside. But honestly, I have stated this many times before here on the channel. What I want to be seeing for a confirmed breakout on Bitcoin is that break above that previous range high on the market. And like you can see, the previous range high for Bitcoin was sitting somewhere around 67.8k, and 67.8k was exactly the level that currently has been providing resistance. So far Bitcoin has indeed broken out of the 1 hour downtrend, but officially has not been breaking above the previous high in the market. And due to that, I would still approach the market with high caution, especially since we have created such a gigantic Bitcoin CME future gap. And I mean, I will still state the same here. I mean, if you've been following the channel, you know that I've been saying that yes, I think that potentially Bitcoin is already bottoming right now, but I have set up more than $1 million worth of Bitcoin long orders around this orange box here on the lower side. So for my ideal situation, I would like to see Bitcoin break down and of course come lower towards my targets, but I am very much aware that Bitcoin is potentially already bottoming. But like I said in many previous videos, if I am going to say Bitcoin is right now bottoming, which I am currently not 100% sure of, because we have not flipped above the previous resistance here, because so far we have not flipped the previous big level of big resistance for Bitcoin, which in this case is sitting around 68 to 69,000 US dollars. And I will be honestly approaching this as the most important range for Bitcoin to be breaking above of, because once we do confirm the break above this region right here, we're basically confirming above the range high in the market. And if we're doing so, I believe that a clear reversal on that Bitcoin 4-hourly time frame is starting. But so far, as long as we're seeing this and also seeing Bitcoin getting still rejected by the super trend indicator, I do believe that we're still remaining to be trading in a downtrend. And if we then potentially break the upward sloping trend right here, or if we potentially bounce from it and still consolidate, we're going to create an ascending triangle. But if we break below it, then I still think we could be reaching my target, where I have set up more than $1 million in Bitcoin buy orders. So you can see it right here. I am using the Bitcoin inverse perpetual because then I can also benefit from the increasing prices, which I am expecting is going to be happening anytime soon. Because yes, while we indeed are seeing right now a breakout of that Bitcoin symmetrical triangle, this could potentially be a gigantic trap for Bitcoin right now here. And I don't want you to fall for it, because I believe that this breakout will only get confirmed once Bitcoin is confirming above this 4-hourly resistance right here. And as long as we're not doing so, I still believe that this could be a massive fake out for Bitcoin, especially since we created such a gigantic Bitcoin CME future gap. So yes, I am definitely aware Bitcoin could be bottoming right now, but for me to say it is confirmed that we're right now forming a bottom and that Bitcoin is already from off this point pushing up higher, I need to see that break above 68 to 69,000 US dollars. And as soon as that happens, I will be expecting the continuation is going to be happening for Bitcoin. But of course, there are many indicators that are already indicating us that potentially this is the bottom. But of course, it will also definitely depend on what the Bitcoin ETF flows are going to be doing this week. Maybe they're going to be once again significantly negative, and that could of course potentially negatively influence the Bitcoin price. But for that, we just have to wait another 24 hours before the data is going to come out. So if you want to be joining me, or if you want to be trading any other altcoins, make sure to go to the link description of today's video where you can write in a sign-up account to Bybit. And yes guys, if you write in a sign-up account to Bybit, using that link below, you could currently claim a deposit bonus worth $30,000. And without this link, if you directly go towards the Bybit website, it's only $400. So it's a massive win-win situation if you are interested in trading Bitcoin or altcoins or buying them on spot. Go to Bybit in the link description of today's video to get yourself an account and claim that insane deposit bonus. So I've stated this many times before, and I mean, potentially right now, history is indeed repeating. Bitcoin has seen a 17% correction in 2020 before breaking its all-time high, and currently we've seen a 17.5% correction. But if I'm then looking at this entire trend towards the upside, we have seen an approximately 22% corrections, which in this case, of course, we have not been seeing yet so far. So I am still a little bit in doubt if this is already the bottom, but I'm very much aware that this indeed could be already the bottom for Bitcoin. But of course, if that were to be happening, we need to right now see that confirmation of that break above that 68 to 69,000 US dollar level. So I'm going to be monitoring that level very closely. But like we do know from history, last time around in the previous Bitcoin bull market, we consolidated for in about 4 weeks around the all-time high before blasting off and of course shooting up towards that first extension level, which was sitting around to 1.618. And this time around, we've been also right now for the 4th week sideways consolidating around all-time highs. So could the next week be the week that Bitcoin is going to be blasting off? Very well. It could be very well the next week where Bitcoin is going to be blasting off. And if we're looking at that previous candle here, we can see here that actually on the weekly time frame, Bitcoin created a doji candle, and last week we created a big bullish Bitcoin hammer candle. So things are very interesting on how Bitcoin is behaving itself right now here, but we're still holding on towards the Bitcoin all-time high, which is a very good thing. And we're just distributing all the sellers in the market that are currently still in the market. And after all the sellers are gone, which I believe is going to be happening sooner than expected, we are indeed going to be bottoming. And we are most likely going to be sending it towards new all-time highs. And of course, like we know, if we're going to be looking at the Bitcoin halving, we're just 24 days out. And historically speaking, Bitcoin goes the most exponential after the halving. So I want to be still pointing out here, if Bitcoin is going to be seeing that move towards the downside, which I truly hope is going to be happening, I believe it's going to be an opportunity of a lifetime where you should be definitely taking advantage of. And potentially, I mean, if you're already buying on spot, I don't believe that this level we're currently trading on is necessarily a bad level, because I do believe that indeed the opportunity is absolutely massive right now in this market, because I am super bullish about the longer perspective on Bitcoin. And I do believe that, of course, over the periods of the coming weeks or the coming months, Bitcoin is heading higher, and any drop in this market right now is just seen as a big opportunity in my eyes. So this was it from me in today's update video, guys. If you did learn something from it, don't forget to slap that like button. It was a shorter video. If you did enjoy it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one once I'm going to be opening up my big, massive Bitcoin long position. Peace out. Goodbye.